What's going on, guys? Welcome back to What Cheers. I'm Nick, as always. Tonight we're going to take a look at Society and Solitude number 4 from Hill Farmstead. I just got back from Vermont. I went up there with my dad for a few days, basically a beercation, basically just checking out all the new breweries, all the wonderful bars and restaurants up there, and the stores, and picking up all the great beer. And the first place we went was Hill Farmstead, as we usually do. And this was pretty much the best thing that I had there when we tasted all the beers, and so I was super excited to be able to bring some of it back home and review it for you guys. So yeah, this is Society and Solitude number 4. So the Society and Solitude series, guys, is a experimental double IPA series that features different hops in each one. This one's number 4, and it is a mashup of Hill Farmstead's Double Citra and Double Galaxy, both double IPAs. So it is an absolutely epic combination, and the Society series rotates when he brews them. There's no telling when the next one will be rebrewed, but he's pretty much rebrewed all of them at this point. It used to be that they were just brewed once and that was it, but what's nice is that he's started to rebrew these all again so people can try them if they missed out the first time. Very similar sort of to the Treehouse Curiosity series, only with the Treehouse Curiosity series, those beers have not been rebrewed, they've been brewed only once. So it's really fun to be able to get these, to try them again. And yeah, this one was my favorite that I tasted up there, and my dad and I both agreed this was just absolutely perfect. So it's the first beer I'm cracking into from my stash that I brought back from my trip up to Vermont, so I'm ready to share it with you guys. So this one comes in at 8% alcohol, guys, and it is only 5 days old from when I got the growler filled, and it's been out of the fridge for about a half hour, so it's nice and cold and ready to get cracked into. And let's check out the Society and Solitude number 4, guys. Alright, guys, got the Society and Solitude 4 poured out. Look at this beautiful beer. I mean, I actually poured this pretty good this time, which is rare for me. 2 fingers of a really nice, almost like a slightly yellowish head to it, actually. Very interesting looking. You got some big, medium, small bubbles all in the middle here. Pretty tightly packed bubbles on the sides here. Pretty small, tightly packed. Look at the color of this beer, guys. I don't know if you can see this. It is just the most gorgeous, dark, like dark honey color. Just beautiful. Slightly lighter tones of like honey color around the edges, but just this deep, golden, dark, like thick honey color to this. Holding this up to the light, I cannot see through this beer at all. It is completely opaque. It's almost looks like it's like getting darker towards the middle of it. Like that's how dark it is. And I'm holding up to a bright light right now. Super, super dark and hazy. Yeah, just one of the thickest looking double IPAs I think I've ever seen. Oh wow, it's just crazy. Away from the light, it just looks like orange juice. I mean, it seriously just looks like orange juice. You guys can see that. It's pretty perfect looking for a double IPA. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get an aroma. This thing looks amazing. I can only imagine it's going to smell and taste as amazing. So let's get an aroma, guys. Oh my fucking god. Wow. Oh, that is just out of this world. Oh, just absolutely like the brightest, freshest citrus, tropical fruits just squeezed out, cut into, macerated, put in a blender, whatever you can, whatever you want to think of. That's what this is. You know, it has this distinct Hill Farmstead aroma to it. I don't know if it's the yeast they use or the water or whatever. It has a distinct Hill Farmstead aroma to it, but this reminds me very closely to a Treehouse or Trillium beer. Wow, super bright orange, just like tangerine, some like lemon lime flavors in there, some grapefruit. Wow. Oh, slightly dank after I swirl it. Getting some really nice, like, pungent, kind of dank, very, like, sticky, resinous kind of hops in the back end. It's more of a punch you in the face, bright, citrusy, kind of pithy kind of aroma with some tropical fruits and some dankness in it. It's very in your face for Hill Farmstead. Sean Hill usually, even with his double IPAs, they're sort of like, they're more delicate and soft. This one really jumps out of the glass for me. Yeah, grapefruit, orange, tropical fruits, pineapple, mango in there too. Wow. And it's very pungent, like you can tell this thing is really, really hoppy and sticky and dank too. Let's get a sip, guys. This smells exactly as I was hoping for and what I remembered from the brewery, so cheers. Oh. Oh my god. Holy shit. Wow. Right up front, absolutely gigantic blast of fresh citrus fruits. I mean, it tastes like juice. It's just coating my mouth right now as I'm talking. Wow. Just like fresh squeezed citrus juice. Lots of that kind of the skin of the orange peel, grapefruit peel, some pineapple juice, mango, peaches, some papaya. It's just this ridiculous blend of tons and tons of fruits. I just can't believe it. It just goes on and on. Wow. The sweetness in this is unbelievably well done. Middle of the mouth in this thing just explodes with hop character. I mean, it is like potent, in your face, all over your mouth. Just biting kind of juicy, citrusy, pithy kind of hops. And then after you swallow, there's this really amazing like drying out that happens on your tongue from the hops. It's a dry beer for 8%. It's so dry, it's so drinkable. It leaves you ready for another sip immediately. It's almost like a 6% IPA, but just super like ramped up. It's unbelievable. Got an amazing smooth kind of creamy mouthfeel to this. Not overly thick, but just creamy enough that you're like, wow, this is just it's almost like a velvety kind of smooth, silky smooth kind of double IPA. Carbonation's nice and low to higher low end of low, but wow. Beer moves along so well. Again, 8%, you cannot taste the alcohol in this beer. I would be surprised if anyone said they could taste the alcohol in this beer. It is so well hidden. There's so much flavor going on your tongue, all over your mouth. It just sort of sticks in your mouth. Even as I'm talking now, it's a little bit sticky. It's unbelievable. It's got that dankness too in the back end that I got in the aroma. Wow. I mean, you could just sit here and taste the beer after you swallow for at least a couple of minutes. It's juicy, it's dank. It's so drinkable for 8%. It's like crushable. Just a juice bomb, hop bomb. Very, very little bitterness, but the bitterness that is there is very pleasant. It sort of works with the drying out aspect of it, but by no means is this an overly bitter beer. It's just that sort of hot bite, that residual resinous kind of character on your tongue, but just perfectly crafted double IPA that honestly, in my opinion, I think it's one of the best beers that Sean's ever made. It definitely is up there with his very best hoppy beers that he's ever made. So I'm going to sip on this for another few minutes, guys, and I'll come back to you guys with my final thoughts and score on the Society and Solitude. Alright guys, I've been sipping on the Society and Solitude 4 for just a few minutes now. It is the perfect temperature. Just a nice slight chill to it. This is really the way you want to enjoy beer like this. Start with it on the colder side and then let it warm up almost to like a cellar temp, and then you can really pull everything out of the beer that it has to offer. This is maybe even exceeding what I remembered as far as my expectations of this beer. When I tasted at the brewery, and we got samples, this is just, in my eyes, I'm sitting here thinking that this is pretty much like the perfect double IPA for a lot of reasons. For one reason, it's 8% and it's completely hidden. It's masked in a way that I just don't understand. It's just so well crafted. It's so meticulously made. It's just incredible. So the 8% you cannot smell, taste, detect in any way, shape, or form, which is huge, for an 8% double IPA. Secondly, the aroma on this just has it all. It's so light on the malt. It's barely even exists. It's mainly just showcasing all the juicy hops from the Citra and the Galaxy, and they work so well together. You're getting all the juicy, citrusy kind of notes, the citrus skin. You're getting lots of that tropical fruit, and then right behind all that, there's this super pungent, dank, piney, sticky kind of character to round out the beer. And you could smell this all day long. I mean, it just is so intoxicating with the hops, so kind of in your face, the citrusy notes. It's so clean and so vibrant. Obviously with Hill Farmstead, they use the well water up there, so it's a little bit different than other breweries. But this is just, it's such an incredible, in-your-face, vibrant, delicious smelling beer. On the taste, guys, it's getting better and better as it warms too. It's sweet, it's juicy, it's extremely hoppy, without being over the top. For a Hill Farmstead hoppy beer, this one is pretty in your face. Like I said, he's usually more restrained with these type of beers, but this one is really aggressive in a really great way. It's just amped up everything. It's got amazing sweetness to it, amazing hoppiness to it, and it just goes on and on with the flavors. Your residual flavors in your tongue are just hops, juiciness, citrus peel, the mix of sort of tropical fruit and citrus notes, and then this sort of stickiness left on your tongue, on your lips. It's just perfection. It's really like the best double IPA that I've ever had from him, I think, or at least as good as any I've had from Sean before. So yeah, this one is just, you have to get this beer if you can. Anytime you see it, trade for it. This is absolutely one you need to get your hands on. It's literally like sticking your head inside of a fresh hop bag. It really is that intense and that wonderful. So guys, after all that, on BeerAdvocate, it has 100. It's in the top 20 double IPAs on BeerAdvocate. It's in the top 50, I think, beers on BeerAdvocate. I absolutely 100% will say it's 100. It deserves 100 from the overall rating that it has, and it deserves 100 from me. I can't imagine not giving this 100. It is absolutely perfect in a way that very few breweries and very few beers in this style can compete with. This is just that sort of rare, occasional, very, very occasional beer that you'll find in a double IPA category that is up to this quality, up to this level. Again, Trillium and Treehouse and a few other breweries in the country can come to mind, but those are the ones that are around here that you sort of look to for getting the best of the best, and this one is absolutely that. So guys, I'm going to shut up and go and enjoy this beer right now, but Society and Solitude 4, double Citra and double Galaxy blend cannot be beat. It is incredible. And yeah, that's it guys. So thanks for watching, I really appreciate it, and remember to comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think of this beer if you've had it before, and I'll see you in the next beer review. Thank you. Cheers.